Shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. Today I am sitting in a Dodge Challenger. This one's the RT Scat Pack, and I'm going to show you guys today why this is probably one of my favorite spec'd packages that you could get the Challenger in. And I've already done a video on the RT and I thought that was the best of the best. But then I got into this and then I realized the Scat Pack actually has a lot to offer. So please give me your undivided attention as I walk you around and give you a tour and some thoughts on the Scat Pack. Let me start off by saying this thing just looks good. So if you don't know by now, out of the Mustang, Camaro, and the Challenger is my favorite for looks. The Mustang is my favorite overall, and thirdly is the Camaro. I don't really have any hard feelings towards the Camaro, but I don't love the Camaro. It's just not my cup of tea. So this generation of the Challenger has been around since 2008. So if you have been around since then and you're not a newborn baby, you've seen the Challenger. And you know that Dodge does a good job with keeping that muscle car theme on pretty much everything they do, right? Big motor, no replacement for displacement. That's Dodge's philosophy. So while everybody else is gearing up for, let's see, hybrids and electric cars, Dodge is like, nah, we're going to ride this out. We're going to put a 6.4 liter V8 in this. Why? I don't know. 392 cubic inches of American muscle and greatness. That's why. Do you need any more reasons? I don't think so. It is 93 something degrees outside and it's really hot. So this is going to be a different style. I'm just going to kind of give you guys a virtual walk around, show you guys some cinematic sexy stuff, and make this car look as amazing as I can because this is one of my favorites. And not only that, this one has a 6-speed manual. Yes, some will argue that the automatic is just the way to go, but I'm going to tell you that the Tremec 6-speed manual is solid. And there you go. There's your manual. Shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. But look at this thing. 1, 2, it's just nice. It's a very nice shifter. So this has 485 horsepower and about 475 foot-pounds of torque, and you'll feel every little bit of it. That's my one thing with the Dodge lineup, is that when it comes to putting power down, I feel like that's where Dodge struggles. So that's why you've got 700 plus horsepower Hellcats getting their butts spanked by pretty much a lot of other cars with 200 less horsepower, and it shouldn't really be happening, but it's just kind of how Dodges are set up. The other negative to this is people make boat jokes all day long. This is a large vehicle. It's 4,300 pounds on top of that, but the good thing is if you want to pay $1, you can get the rear seats deleted on any of the RTs or the Scat Packs, and I believe you could do that on the Hellcats as well. So, if you don't really need these back seats, you can save about 55 pounds. This does have launch control and it does have line lock. The good thing about the Scat Pack is that it's pretty much targeted towards track. 485 horsepower might not be a lot to some people, but for the everyday person, this is plenty of power. This is more than a daily should be, if you ask me. I think 400 is about the sweet spot, but this might be overkill, but it's awesome overkill. The color on this one is a gorgeous triple nickel, and it's kind of, I guess, a silver gray. I'm terrible with colors, but I'm gonna say gray silver, somewhere in there. It's definitely not red. The really cool thing too is if you look hard enough, you can find a Challenger Scat Pack 1320, and that's an even better special edition of this that's even more specifically geared towards drag strip racing. So some of the perks that you get over the regular RT is, one, you just get the bigger motor, you get better brakes up front, and top of that, like I said, you get the line lock, all that good stuff, launch control, that's all there. The other thing that this has is it's got all the shaker hood, it's got the shaker emblems, all of those cool things, and it's even got the little Scat Pack bee. There aren't many that'll argue that they don't like the looks of this. And if you are one of those people that'll argue, let me know. Let's have a conversation. 392 with the shaker hood. There's your little Scat Pack bee, and he's moving and grooving, so that's what you guys will be doing in your Scat Pack. Take a look at the 20-inch wheels. Very nice, wrapped in Pirellis. Such a great option with this. There you can see the size of the Brembo brakes. Very large calipers, very large rotors. Overall, just a very large vehicle, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way at all. Like I said up front, got the mean aggressive front end, LED headlights, got your fog lights, a little lip spoiler, and it just looks so good. While I'm back here, special shout out to SVG Motors for letting me always have access to these cars. Another Challenger. A Challenger approaches. Wait, a new Challenger approaches. On the back end, you've got the signature Dodge back end with the big old taillights. You got your dual exhaust tips, and then your backup camera is actually right there. Take a look at just how much space you have in this thing. Huge amount of space. And that's really the best thing about the Challenger that I've found compared to a lot of the other muscle cars, is this just is ready to work. It's big, it's American, powerful, quick. What more could you ask for? And then if your answer is handling, then you know that you're not in the right place, because this is not it. And yes, I know you're all wondering, what about the back seats, LJ? Ugh, let's go ahead and do this. I'm sitting comfortably, 5'9", got some headroom, and this seat is set for me actually, so I'm 5'9" again, and this is even tilted back just a little bit so you can see, uh-oh, that's not supposed to happen. So you can see that it's tilted, and there's plenty of room back here. You can have a friend back here, girlfriend, whatever, and you know, just have a good time. While I'm back here, there's really not much. Got a little cup holder, armrest, about the extent of what you get back here. Do get a sunroof, which is nice and big. Have you guys seen that episode of where SpongeBob rips his pants? I feel like that's about to happen to me. And then you've got these large, big bolstered seats. You got your Scat Pack logo right there. And I really like that B. I think he's really cool. When it comes to sound, you've got an Alpine sound system. I don't know why I said that strangely, but Alpine. All right, and so here are the gauges. They look pretty cool. Like I said, old school inspired. So if you go back in time to the 70s, 60s, these are the type of gauges that you would have, minus the digital middle part. I'm talking about the analog parts. Let me just clarify so no one roasts me. And then you got your large steering wheel right here. You got your cruise control, audio settings, Bluetooth. Yes, you do have push start. You got your cup holders, some more center storage, USBs, aux. And I love that this opens up towards the driver, because really that's who matters the most, just like on the Vets. There's zero confusion when it comes to Mopar vehicles and what they're all about. So you got your launch control button right there. It's just that simple. Kind of scattered through here, you got your drive modes. And once you hit this drive mode button, look at that. It takes you right into your little SRT menu, or your SRT dashboard. And so you can see you've got your activate line lock. You've got your launch control, so you set your RPMs. And you can click here to your performance pages. Loading, 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 loading. Have some patience, fellas. I have a lot of, there we go. Look at that. That's just the best thing ever. Go into your gauges, and you've got all sorts of different gauges. And then you can just take a picture of it. I don't know where the picture goes exactly, but I'll have to see if I can figure that out. And then up the top, once you hit that drive modes, that's where it'll be like the SRT dashboard, your track, sport, custom. And if you go into custom, you can change what kind of traction you want, what kind of steering you want, and then you can go into auto, and it'll just pick drive modes for you. But in track, it sounds even better. Then up top, there's really not much. Controls for your sunroof, your garage controls. You got your little mirror. Hi, hey guys. So unfortunately, my GoPro decided that it didn't want to cooperate, but we improvised. I wanted to get some cool pulls and stuff for you guys, but really, this car is just too much fun, too much trouble, so I want to avoid that. But it is fun to drive, and the back end does get a little squirrely, quite a bit, but if you're careful, I mean, that shouldn't really be a problem. I would recommend this for people that really do love muscle cars, but the thing is, you always have to decide between, is it worth it to spend the extra 15, you know, on a used Hellcat, or is it better to just get one of these? And I think that's what a lot of people just end up deciding, is that this is plenty. Then you've got the RT, which is also plenty, and not everyone needs 485 horsepower. I think there are very few people who actually need that much. As the handling goes though, I mean, it handles well. It's not a track car per se. It's just a drag strip car, but it's not bad. And, you know, just takes a little bit of finessing and getting used to understand how to maneuver this, as they would say, the boat. It is fun in a straight line. You will spin the tires, even with big old meaty Pirellis on here. It does like to spin. There isn't much to share that hasn't been said about the Challenger RT Scat Pack, so I am just going to leave you guys with that much on the driving experience. Suspension is good too. I did forget to mention that. So gas mileage isn't bad on this. 18 city, 23, 24 highway. Pretty good. I forgot to say that I really do like the clutch on this. And that's all I've got for you guys on the Scat Pack. So let me know what your questions, comments, concerns, and if you're a big Mopar guy, you know, drop a thumbs up down below. Or if you're a big Ford guy, why are you here? But also just let me know why. Why Ford? Why Chevy? If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support as always. Until next time, stay happy, stay sane, stay healthy. And this is LJ. Peace and out.